right, I believe we're ready for Jeff Kolb on the field with more Ranger post-game reaction. Jeff, what do you have for us?
Well, what a mixture of emotions, right? I mean, this team is now 2 wins from its first ever World Series title, but the injury concerns, not only for Max Scherzer, which I know Bochy was just talking about, but Adolis Garcia on that swing. Guys, I'll tell you, we were waiting to go in the clubhouse, and right after the game ended, Adolis walked right past us in street clothes. So in my mind, that is not a good sign. Obviously, you know, it'd be tough to lose Adolis Garcia with how he's been the heart and soul of this whole postseason run. As far as Scherzer, I think I heard in there that Bochy said he's hopeful about Max as well. I got to talk with Max. We got to talk with him in the clubhouse. He said that this was a back spasm. It was not the elbow. It was not something that was a result at all of that comebacker in the second inning. He said the ball hit him right on the bone, and basically, if it hits you there, either it's broken or you're totally good. And he says he's good as far as the elbow is concerned, but it's a back spasm. He's had these before, and really, we won't know. He won't know until 48 hours out from now if he will have a chance to pitch again in this postseason. You have to feel for Max Scherzer with all the injuries he's dealt with since he came over in the trade from the Mets. It was the forearm, it was the shoulder. This week it was the arts and crafts project on the thumb with the blister, and now it's this.
I just had my back tighten up, and then it went into full spasm. You know, in the third inning, we were trying everything to kind of stretch out, try to get going. Then went out there to warm up in the fourth, and I tried, and I was going to hurt it even more, and I wasn't going to be myself. And so at that point, you know, that's when I came out of the game. When I got hit on the comebacker, I got hit in the back of the elbow, and I got hit on really the bone. So you either break it or you're good, and I was good. So I went back out in the third and through, and my arm was fine. So it didn't hit any muscle, so it wasn't going to tighten up. So that the comebacker wasn't going to affect anything. You know, I was making through that, and then in that third inning, my back tightened up and was able to get through the third. And then, like I said, I had nothing.
So I'm confident in the guys that we had behind him, and you know, you guys saw it. John Gray came out there and threw great tonight, so I'm really happy for him. The bullpen did what they've been doing. They did a great job finishing off a really potent offensive team, and yeah, we came away with a great W.
Marcus has been the table setter for you guys all year. What was it like to see him come through like that?
Oh, it was great. You know, he's due, so I'm not surprised at all. There are a lot of guys in this lineup that are due, so for him to knock me in there and, you know, obviously keep himself on the bag so he can touch home when Corey hits one out is great.
We know you're a gamer. How did that RBI feel?
Yeah, I mean, every RBI feels good. I think when you're in the World Series and tie ball game with the, you know, us having a tough game last time, you know, it was good to get us going. And obviously what Corey did right after that was, you know, the big blow. But in terms of us coming back, we've always been resilient. For me, find the gap and get an RBI was huge.
Knowing what this win sets up, you guys can't be eliminated here. You can end it here. What does that do for your mentality?
Yeah, I mean, we're not thinking about being eliminated. Nobody in this room wants to think about, you know, that word. We just want to continue to do what we need to do to be ready to win. Be ready to play hard, play good, clean baseball, because we know our offense is capable of putting up a lot of runs. So we need to do the other things well.
So, as Marcus Semion's saying there, they're not thinking about, you know, being knocked out. They're thinking about wrapping up this World Series right here on this field in Arizona. But the pitching is obviously just murky as we look forward now. We don't know, as you guys are saying, who will start tomorrow. And, you know, just going back to Scherzer, how frustrating given how he was pitching. I mean, we knew that he probably wasn't about to throw 100 pitches, but he was being efficient. He wasn't trying to strike guys out. 35 pitches through 3 innings, and you just hate that it ended like that for Max.
Yeah, Jeff, you're right, and it's encouraging, I guess, from a Ranger standpoint that he says it's back spasms and it's not some sort of, you know, mystifying ailment that he's not sure what it is, and they're going to, you know, do an MRI tomorrow and all that stuff. He seemed pretty clear that it was just plain and simple a back spasm that disabled him just momentarily there. But you're right in that he worked his way around some stuff and had kind of an encouraging outing for the 3 innings he was in there.
Well, and in addition, as great as John Gray was, he was probably your starter tomorrow, right? So obviously he comes up huge. You get the win here tonight. You take care of the business, and that's what's most important. But, you know, Scherzer, it looked like maybe he was turning a corner, and now, who knows? I mean, he's 39 years old. He's he just made his 4th World Series start. We know how much it meant to him to try and get here to the Rangers and compete for a title. And he's just had tough luck, not only this year, but in the postseason since he won it all with the Nationals. This was his 9th straight playoff start without getting a winning decision.
Yeah, that's a good point. He has, struggled even before his time with the Rangers in terms of his postseason work. And if he is hurt to the point where he can't return, the Rangers would be able to activate another pitcher. But yeah, for tomorrow, Jeff, and we were talking about this during the game. I mean, where do you turn now? In that you use the guy that, as you said, you would most likely be using tomorrow, some sort of Dunning-Heaney combo through the early innings anyway from Bochy, do you think?
I definitely think so. And the interesting thing, I was actually just a few minutes ago looking at the numbers on both of them, and they're very similar. They've both thrown 6 innings in the postseason so far. They both have 6 ERAs, 6.00 earned run averages, which is obviously not good. The one reason I would go with Dunning is because the Diamondbacks have not seen Dane Dunning before, like we saw with Heaney. At least Dunning didn't start against them in the regular season. I think Dunning, we saw what he was able to do all year long, really an unsung hero for this pitching rotation. So I would start Dane Dunning, especially after what we saw in the Houston series when Heaney didn't get out of that first inning.